Autism, making the most of communication opportunities. Create those opportunities. Children with autism communicate at many different levels. Some talk, some use sign language, some use pictures to communicate messages, and some reach and point for the things they want. But no matter how your child communicates, there are many things you can do in your everyday interactions to help create and make the most of communication opportunities with your child. The following slides outline some ideas for you to think about that could help support your child's communication. Some of these ideas focus on looking at your communication style. Some highlight the importance of looking at your child's motivation to communicate. Some demonstrate the use of visual supports to help your child understand and extend their communication skills, and much more. Position yourself so your child can easily engage with you. It is important when communicating with your child to physically position yourself in a way that easily allows communication to occur. For example, you might need to sit or kneel at the same level as your child, or bring them up to your level, like sitting them on a stool, to facilitate engagement. It also helps with communication if you position yourself so you are facing your child so that you can easily make eye contact and see each other's facial expressions. Create anticipation by pausing. By using anticipation and suspense, such as pausing, when playing with your child, you can create lots of opportunities for them to practice their communication skills. For example, if you pause just before you blow bubbles, your child will have a chance to practice requesting for bubbles, whether that be through gesture, talking, or using pictures. You can also help extend your child's communication skills by giving them choices, such as offering big bubbles or little bubbles, by blowing slowly for one big bubble or blowing quickly for lots of little bubbles. Create communication opportunities by withholding items. There are many motivating toys that come in multiple parts, such as Mr. Potato Head, marble runs, train sets, and puzzles. Instead of giving your child all of the parts of the toys at once, you can create many opportunities for your child to practice their communication skills by initially only giving them 1 or 2 pieces and then waiting for them to ask for more. You can also do this with your child's favourite food, such as chips, candy, and popcorn, etc. This also works well with coloured markers. Simply holding onto the markers means that your child has to ask for the colours they like, as opposed to just helping themselves. Provide a little help and then let your child join in. Some children with autism might appear disinterested in playing with certain toys or participating in certain activities. But in some situations, the actual problem might be that they don't know how to play with the toy or participate in the game. By simply providing a little bit of help during these times and encouraging your child to join in and participate when they are ready, you can help extend their interests and support further development of their communication skills. For example, some children might have difficulty drawing by themselves. Communication opportunities can be created by helping them to draw the picture and asking them to request the picture that they want you to draw for them. You can then encourage your child to either copy the drawing or simply colour in the picture. Use picture boards to help with choice making. Picture choice boards are generally a board or piece of paper with pictures of the items that are available to your child. The adult encourages the child to look at the pictures and choose from the board by pointing to the picture, picking the picture up, or verbally telling the adult what choice they have made. Picture choice boards are a useful tool to help your child learn to choose what items or actions they might want, and can also be used to help extend your child's choices, particularly if they get stuck on asking for the same thing each time. You can incorporate choice boards into most activities and games. For example, many children love stickers. You can easily turn this into a fun communication game by adding a picture choice board with pictures of body parts. Your child can then request a sticker that they want and where they want their sticker placed. Use pictures to help extend your child's communication. Some children are able to say some words and ask for basic things, but have difficulties putting longer sentences together. By using picture supports, such as Picture Exchange Communication System or PECS, and other visuals, we can help children learn to organise words together into sentences so that they can ask for what they want more specifically. For example, the boy in this photograph can already say marbles, but with the help of pictures he can point to and say, I want 2 big marbles. Use picture sequences to help develop your child's play. Some children need our help to learn to play with more complex toys, develop their play skills, or participate in more complex activities. We can help our children to do this by providing step-by-step pictures of what they need to do, as the picture breaks difficult tasks into more manageable steps for your child to learn. In this photograph, the girl is using a picture sequence book to help her build Mr. Potato Head by herself, instead of needing adult support. She looks at each picture and turns a page of the book, following the steps required to build Mr. Potato Head. Create choices with colour, size, texture, shape, etc. Like us, our children often have very specific preferences for certain items and activities. For example, they might only like to sleep on the pillow with stars on it, or they might love pink, green and black jelly beans, but not the yellow and orange ones. However, your child's communication may not have developed to the point where they have learned to include attributes and adjectives when they make a request. When your child is ready, you can help them to develop these new words and concepts by providing opportunities for your child to practice asking for the specific items that they want by colour, size, texture and shape. For example, in this photograph, the children are learning to choose between a red apple and a green apple using the picture communication system, and then pointing to the items that they have requested. Use games to teach the use of appropriate gestures. Sometimes we need to teach our children to learn how to use gestures, such as pointing. There are many games which you can play where you specifically focus on using gestures as the main form of communication. For example, in this picture, the children had to point where they wanted the balloon to go. Using bubbles is an excellent way to teach children to point, or you could get your child to use eye contact or eye pointing to indicate where they want the bubbles blown. Or you could teach your children to learn to shake their head in response to yes or no when you ask where they want the bubbles to go. Mix things up a little to keep your child motivated. Often our children need to practice the same thing over and over again. If we want them to learn and do well, then it is important for us to help maintain their attention and motivation during these tasks. We need to think about how we present the same task or activity, but just mix it up a little to help motivate our children. For example, instead of just reading the same book at the table each night for the week, you can create a fun space with blankets and sheets and read the book with a flashlight instead. Or you might like to read the book using pretend funny voices, etc.